So, once again, I'm posting late on Wednesday, and just, you know, I'm behind catching my wind, but I do have some things to say about Let's Kill Hitler. Now, I talked with Amanda on Skype, and I've seen Ian's Saturday video where he was very much upset with the episode. And I had high hopes for this episode, really, but part of it just didn't live up to what I was expecting. And I'm going to talk about just that one part. Overall, it was a good episode for me, not for Ian. I mean, Ian, he wants to just kill everyone at BBC, this week. But for me, the one part that was bad was Mel's. The reason why Mel's was bad was because it was so rushed. And when you look at this series and how it's shaping up, and there have been holes in the story that later get filled, and there are still some holes that I'm waiting to get filled myself, like how did Rory end up on, the Hoover Dam, and who was it that shot the doctor in the spacesuit? Just who was that? Those are some things that, to me, it doesn't really add up yet, and I expect them to be answered by the end of the series. But given that this series is the kind where there's so many things that are just seeds that are planted in other episodes that then get answered, why would they have to write in so rushed the history of Mel's and have basically a montage of how Mel's was there the whole time, even though we had never really seen her before, ever. And they even had to explain away why she wasn't there at the wedding, and that was crap. That was crap writing right there. And the feeling that it gives me is similar to a feeling that I get from another BBC UK show, Misfits. Now, with Misfits, I just watched everything that has come out so far within like 1 week. I watched everything. And it wasn't hard to do because they don't put out very many episodes per season of it. But I've seen on the internet that Nathan is not coming back to the Misfits. The actor that plays Nathan apparently has something better to do than to act in the show that made him fucking famous. So they're going to have a little internet short, a little vignette to explain why he won't be in the next season, in the next series, rather. And they're going to bring in a new actor to fill in the slot of Nathan, like the colorful one, where they're going to bring in another guy. But why do I care now when people can be written into a story so easily and written out of a story so easily? Why do I care about these same characters that I've seen? And in the case of Misfits, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Misfits, but at the end of the last series, they all were up in the air as to what superpowers they were going to end up with. So I've seen these same characters have these same superpowers, and I want to see how it plays out through their lives. But now it's basically a reset. They can all have different powers now, you know, and why do I care anymore? And the feeling that I get from Mel's being written into the episode Let's Kill Hitler is one of, why do I care if one episode can change everything without having any seeding of previous, instances of this character showing up? One character can just show up and have always been there, So, and it really does change a lot of the meanings of a lot of different things. And if they were going to do this, they should have had her at the wedding. They should have had her show up one or two times in flashbacks, or I don't know. That's my feeling. They really screwed the pooch on that one. And tomorrow you'll see probably Amanda sneering and making really mean faces, and then maybe we'll get some reaction out of Mary on Friday, and then I don't have high hopes for this next episode because of the doll masks, and maybe I will be pleasantly surprised because I'm expecting something as bad as Fear Her or Love and Monsters, because I see these doll masks and I don't get it, So I was expecting a lot more out of this past episode, and I didn't get what I was expecting. And this episode coming up, hopefully it will pleasantly surprise me. Until next Wednesday.